Noah, you're an athlete. Do you think there is a stigma around mental health in the world of sports?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And I think we really need to reduce the stigma around mental health. And I'm so glad we have partnered with Cerebral to advocate the importance of taking care of your mind and body. Cerebral is an online mental health service that offers prescription, medication, counseling, and therapy for anxiety, depression, ADHD, insomnia, and more.
With Cerebral, you can schedule sessions based on what's most convenient for you. You don't have to wait weeks to be seen. Plus, you can do your sessions on a laptop or phone, so you can always find an area at home where you're most comfortable.
And for listeners of this program, you can receive 65% off your first month of medication management and care counseling at cerebral.com/sock. So go to cerebral.com/sock for 65% off your first month. That's just a total of $30 to get started. Join Cerebral today on their mission to make quality mental health care accessible and affordable for all.
Welcome back to Put a Sock in It featuring Larray and
Noah Beck. What's up, guys?
hello. So we were just talking about my idea. Should we tell the world?
I think we should. I think it's funny.
I had an epiphany where we technically put every single influencer into the cornucopia and let them all fight to death, and whoever wins gets Charlie D'Amelio's TikTok account. Now, personally, just seeing Jeffree Star and James Charles going at it, I think that would be so interesting.
Oh, I think it would sell. I think it would definitely sell tickets.
I would love that.
I think seeing a lot of that dynamic, like those matchups, I think
I would
would
love
be.
that shit. I'd probably like
Would you throw in like a Hunger Games type
for sure Hunger Games, but
influencer games, but like to
what
the
is
death?
that one thing that you did that
Would you throw
got?
would you throw in weapons? Like would you, or would they
They
gotta
would-
whittle it
I
themselves?
have it.
Is there
No.
rocks? Is
The
there...
beauty gurus get to only use makeup brushes to defend themselves, and the TikTokers get to use fucking tripods.
What, can I get a ring light?
You're such a fucking
I want to ring someone over the head with it. Lasso them in.
I would love that. Now, do you think you would win the Hunger Games if you were in it? I feel like you have that mentality of like the alpha male that can do anything they put their mind to.
I don't like now. I'm in a pickle here. Like if I say yes, then I'm an alpha male, and that only thinks
no, because you don't hate women.
But I don't want to say no.
You're strong
'cause
enough.
I'm confident, but I don't know. I probably
I feel like you would
would win the Hunger Games
for sure, just because you're such you're like the star boy that everyone would fall in love with as like their. They're like rooting for Noah Beck, and then you would show off some skills. Like you would probably camouflage into like a tree.
Right. Like I don't think I would be very aggressive in terms of killing, but I try to play it smart. Like I'm not much of a.
You'd probably like manipulate and gaslight a little bit and be like, guys, let's work together. And then at the
we're
end,
talking about
you're
you
like,
now.
And that is all, folks. We're going to a break.
do you know? Have you seen Hunger Games? I'm assuming, right?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh.
Duh, I've seen Hunger Games. bro.
Okay. Do you remember Kato from Number 1 in District 1?
I remember Kato.
Right? Like he was like the it boy.
No, he was not the it boy. He was
Kinda.
No, everyone hated him because he was like the mean bully, like white man John Smith type vibe. It was just awful.
Everyone from his district loved him, I feel
Well,
like.
duh, because they're all like rich and just like.
Yeah, and they want to see him win, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So are you saying you're Kato?
I don't know. I don't think I'm
You
Kato.
heard it here first, y'all.
But I don't know how I would play. I don't know if I would play like a PETA who just hides.
Okay, true.
Who would you play like?
I for sure be Katniss.
PETA, where are you?
Like I would for sure. Yeah, I would be fat.
Right. Well,
She's such a
I
pick-me-up.
think the idea of like actually, if someone out there who's like really good at editing and like it's like into filmmaking, I guess, do a little simulation, like a little cartoon of how the influencer games would go. I think that would be so funny, and I really think that like series would do well.
I would enjoy that. Speaking of series, have you seen what is it called? The oh my god, I forgot what it's called. It's on the tip of my. Ugh, it's not worth going through.
What is it?
It was a show that everyone was talking about, but I just can't remember it.
Keep it going. Come on.
Oh my
I think I
god,
can
this
help.
is so embarrassing.
Netflix.
It was on Netflix.
Okay. Recently, or
It's new.
and it's a show.
It's a show, but honestly, like let's cut
want
the bullshit. Let's get
Do you want
into
me to rattle them out? Have you seen Inventing Anna? Wait, is it that? No way.
Is that the one? No. That's the one. No. It's not that one.
No.
Don't fuck with cats.
Oh
that
yeah, about the serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Luca.
What about him?
You remind me of him.
A serial killer?
You're white. That's why.
Is that the only correlation?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that.
You know
off my
who
chest.
else is white?
Axel
Webber. Am I gonna do that transition? No, we have a very special guest today. I mean, I could sit here and like give him this grand
No,
little
because
entrance.
that was the best fucking transition ever. Axel,
You know
get your
what else-
fucking ass out here. No, I'm joking.
I'll let him do most of the
Decide.
talking, but you guys may know him from TikTok. TikTok sensation just blew up. He lives in New York and he lives in a very small apartment. And
He likes peanut butter.
he does like peanut
That's
butter.
one thing I know about him for sure.
But he's just he's just a mystery, and I want to get to know him. So I think we just bring him out here.
Now.
Axel, get
Axel,
out here.
get out here now.
What's going on, guys? How
Hello.
are you?
Hello. Y'all look like fucking. You guys are gonna beat me up. Hold on.
Yeah, what's
kind
going
of
on?
scary. Okay. Anyways, security.
If I were to introduce you to someone, and I'm like, Axel, take it away. Like, what should they know about you? Where did you start? Like,
Should I stare straight to camera and give it?
you can make it dramatic.
Hi, my name's Axel Webber. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Georgia.
Okay.
If you were to know anything about me, it'd be that I love my family. And what I think I want to do and what is most valuable to me is entertainment. But when I moved to New York, which is where I started making videos, the reason I started picking up my phone is because my parents were like, hey, what's going on in New York? Like, could you just make some videos for us? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I just happened to pull out my camera and start filming it. And since then, a lot of really cool opportunities have opened up, and I still want to stay in that lane of entertainment. And being able to do things like this,
Yeah.
come on to a podcast with two kids who like want to be doing things like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
it's very similar.
That's valuable.
Yeah.
You know, what you guys have is passion. That's what I'm looking for. So if I were to say Axel Webber, passionate and searching,
That was
that's
a
me.
Great
That's awesome.
introduction, Axel. You want to see me tear up a little bit?
Oh.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Wait, what'd you call him? How did you want to introduce him? You said something earlier that was pretty
The
flattering.
Peter Parker of TikTok.
Yeah, the Peter Parker TikTok. I like that.
It's just because
Why
every
do you
time I
say that?
see, because Peter Parker, if you like think of him, he's like always like just uplifting and just upgoing. He's just always like, let's go.
Yeah,
And every time you come on my For You page, it's like, so you guys, I got peanut butter today. It's like you're just always like in a good mood and stuff. So that's why I
Yeah.
call you the Peter Parker of TikTok.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
feel like Tom Holland especially is like a
don't even get me
super
started.
optimistic Spider-Man. Oh no, maybe I
Iconic,
should get
yeah.
you started.
Oh, yeah,
Iconic.
You're about to. Jesus.
I mean, when I think of the best content that I could possibly make, especially when it comes to short form video on TikTok, it's the type of stuff that you don't want to swipe past. It's like
Yeah.
something that might just for 15 seconds of your day make you be like, shit,
Yeah.
today's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I started too, as well. Just because I used to be in a dark place, and having people who make content made me feel like, better about myself. I'm like, hey, today's probably better than it was yesterday, or today's going to be a great day just because of someone's YouTube videos. I was like, wait, I want to try that. So then that's why I started my YouTube channel, was to help other people around the world. It's worked out,
Yeah.
but then got me in some shit.
How does that
Got you in some shit. Well, okay, so it started out you being like, listen, I can be the catharsis for someone else.
Yes.
And now you're in some shit.
Now it's just like sometimes I feel pressured to like, because when I'm in
Be
a
that
bad,
light for people.
Yeah, because when I'm in a bad mood, I don't want to film a video. But then again, I'm like in my head, I'm like, well,
It's not about you.
I'm letting down people by not posting or
Right.
all that stuff. So it gets kind of like tricky. But then again, it's like,
Yeah.
if sometimes you get to take a break, just take a break. But
That happy medium of like wanting to film and make people happy, but then also realizing that, like, I have to take some time to myself to like realize, I don't know, to kind of like have that time for yourself to like appreciate everything you have. And like you don't really realize the influence you have on people's lives. Like you were just saying, like you want someone to watch your videos and be like, man, today's not that bad. And you don't really realize like the grasp that you have on people sometimes. Like it's just crazy to think that like your video can like really
change
help
somebody's mood.
someone.
Yeah.
And like for me that's like the coolest thing is like trying to always like put a smile on and trying to always like be positive, uplifting in my videos, and then seeing people like saying, commenting stuff like, watching your videos just make me happy and stuff like that. Like today, like you just like you make my day, contagious smile. It's like the best thing.
Come
and
on.
It's like it doesn't get much better than that.
Are
And
we gonna
it's like
cry by the end of this podcast?
I know it's really nice, but then there's all like you were saying. It's like, what if they meet me in public and I'm just having a shitter of a day, and I'm just like, move, no,
Dude.
I would never. But like, there are some days where like I don't want people catching me with like
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want them to think I'm like unapproachable because I'm like head down, just kind of like minding my own business. And it's
You're
like
not smiling.
yeah, it's like I don't want them always to think that I'm always.
No eating is food.
come near me.
Have you fanboyed yet since you've started this? Like, has there been anybody where you're like, oh my god, you just reached out to me, or like, oh my god, I just met you?
Fanboy, I'd probably say the biggest things that I fanboyed over have been like the meetings where I've gotten to meet with YouTube or with the production companies, like like actual business people in the entertainment industry has been out of this world. And then as far as creators, like I got to Charlie Puth commented on one where I got rejected from a school.
Yeah. They duetted it, huh?
Yeah, like little things like that are crazy. You know, my mom listens to him all the time when she rollerblades. She texted me. She was like,
"Wait,
oh my
your
God,
mom
son."
rollerblades?
Oh, she rollerblades.
I want to hug her.
Well,
That's so cute.
she's
so cute.
She sweats when she rollerblades.
That's fine. I'm okay with it. I'll take a
She'd
shower after.
She'd embrace you. Yeah, I mean like full like the 4 wheels, and she does like this wide.
That is so cute.
Can you envision it?
Yeah, I see it.
Like envision.
Do you look
just,
like your
she's,
mom?
She's pink. She's got like on her
I see it.
flowers.
Through the city?
It's a suburban town in Georgia, so.
Wow.
But there's certainly cars.
She's got room. I was about to
They
say, if she's in the
honk at her.
city, she's maneuvering.
Yeah, she's maneuvering.
A lot of...
The cars will stop. They'll curse her out. And she's like, she'll just wave.
She's in her own world.
Smiling. She's like, I'm
How do you
riding
do?
high. So
That's cute.
Not gonna
Aw.
stop your move. Do you think you got a lot of like your qualities from your mom or your dad?
1,000% from both of them. I mean, the entire family unit that I've had growing up has been the bedrock of everything that I've become to this day. I can only imagine who I'd be without them. I think I'd be nothing.
Yeah.
Because I see a part of myself in my 2 brothers, my 2 sisters, and my mother and my father. And we had in high school.
Yeah.
The times are tough. You want to rebel against your parents.
Yeah.
I wanted to smoke. I wanted to drink. I wanted to chase girls and play football, and that's it. That's all I wanted to do in high school. And as I grew, I realized that the things that they wanted me to do and the person they wanted me to become was the same thing I wanted for myself. It just took me time to realize that.
That's good.
I love growing up and growing closer to the people that you've loved all along. It's like a new relationship, but way better.
Yeah.
I'm going to see my family at the end of March. I can't wait to just hug my mom.
that's
I'm
so
thinking about
cute.
that all month.
That's so cute. I'm
Yeah.
actually happy that you didn't go through the bad traits in high school of like the whole drinking, and you too, King. I'm proud of you too. But that for sure ruins people in this time now.
What did high school you look like?
Oh, I was doing the same thing you guys. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't go to parties. I couldn't chase girls because I was gay. So it was really hard for me. But now, kind of like I'm living my life to the fullest, and like I don't have like, I can be like, oh, like I was like kind of with my family most of the high school times, and like kind of doing the right things, except for being gay. But it's okay.
Okay, how many siblings do you actually have?
15.
It's got a lot.
That is incredible.
Yeah, I got 15.
I got busy.
Dad got too busy. And
That
I
is
think I have
incredible.
another one on the way. It's like, Dad, put it up.
Wait, you think? You're
It's
not
there.
sure? You're not 100% sure?
Oh man, and you know what's crazy?
Can we have like a Google Calendar? We can just throw them up.
Literally at this point, might as well. But recently, I was scrolling through my Twitter DMs, and this girl she has my last name, and she was DMing me. She was like, "Hey, Dad doesn't really like want to tell you this, but I'm your sister. My mom and your dad, like our dad, fooled around back in the day. She's the same age as me. She keeps swearing that she's my sister. I think she's my sister, but my dad says she's not my sister. So this is a controversial topic because, like, do I own her? I'm like, hey, girl, let's go like get dinner.
Yeah. Like,
Or JK, liar.
do you feel like exactly like that? That's tricky because I feel like if you embrace it and you're like, okay, hey sister, like
I
you
love
want to
another
catch up,
sister.
and then what if you eventually find out like,
You know,
she isn't my sister, but like we became friends? Like, do you want your friendship starting out with someone?
I don't think I do.
That's tricky because I feel like
I might have
you
to
might have to
take
do
it
some background checks.
Yeah, I might have to because that's a little
Before.
tricky.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, sister, if you're watching this, hey, girl.
Hey.
Hope you're doing well.
You found her DM? That's how she
That's
contacted you?
Yeah.
the only way.
Well,
She was tweeting me and tagging my fans too. She was motivated.
persistent.
No, yeah.
Wow.
She's either a really persistent liar or she's your sister.
Just really wants to find her brother.
That's exactly what it is. Hopefully, it's the second option.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, if you knew you were someone's brother, how long before you stopped tweeting?
That's a good question.
Come on.
I'm putting myself in her shoes, and I
That's fair.
see it. Yeah. Well, hey, girl, let's get dinner. Let's catch up. Jesus.
Right. Well, also, like you were saying with Charlie Puth commenting on like your TikTok and like making the video about the Juilliard situation, what happened there?
What happened with the Juilliard situation?
So why'd you get rejected?
Oh, because I'm a terrible actor. That's
No.
why. Because I got rejected because I didn't prepare.
Mhm.
It's that simple. And I just chose to record it instead of focusing
Yeah.
on the actual audition itself.
Right. So how'd that like whole process going? Because I'm sure there are other people maybe listening to this that are like, wonder what it's like to audition for Juilliard.
Oh, yeah. So it's the actual audition process is pretty simple. You pay an application fee, and then you pick out your 2 contemporary pieces, your 2 Shakespearean pieces. You study the script. You decide, what feels right for you. And since it's COVID, you perform them over Zoom. You pick a date. If you want to go fall of 2023, it'll be in January of 2023. And you just perform them on Zoom. Pretty quick, pretty easy. They might ask you to sing a few bars or something, so just be prepared for anything. They didn't ask me to do anything extra. I read 2 of them, and they're like, okay, you're good to go.
Were you nervous at all?
I was, absolutely nervous.
That's
Hands
nerve-wracking.
shaking a little bit.
my
I'm like
God.
sweating.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it, and I knew it'd be fun. So what's the harm in trying?
Yeah,
And that goes
100%.
for anything. I mean, it was a long shot, of course. But a lot of things in life, before you know whether or not you want to do them, are. Moving to New York's a long shot.
Yeah.
Making videos in your bedroom's a long shot. You guys coming to Los Angeles is a long shot. Taking a chance on your team who you don't know whether or not to trust. You don't know who's got the right opinions or values. You don't know who's looking out for you besides you. Those are all long shots. But as it's shown for you, those types of things pay off.
True.
Take that leap.
Take that leap. Jump. Head
Jump.
first. Reply to your sister on DM. Hell yeah. Go find your sister. Come
do
on.
it.
Search for her,
You know,
man.
you guys are right. I'm out of here.
Have her on. Just have her on. We just grill her.
All right, you guys have to tell me, man, what's the biggest thing you've been rejected from? What's a big rejection you've had within the last year? It can be a person, too.
Within the last year. So my rejection, it's kind of like you. No offense. But when I was younger, I auditioned for Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. And with no experience, I got rejected easily. Because I did not think there was going to be a crowd of people watching my audition. I thought it was going to be like one person. I go in the room, I auditioned, done. But no.
What character were you going to be on?
I don't know. But I went there
Zach,
and
imagine.
I'm like, London?
Sorry, Sprouts.
Just
you and one of the brothers.
You and one of the brothers. Mr. Mosby.
Just an oversized suit running through the hall.
But it was very scary just because like I didn't study or I didn't practice my lines. I just went in there head first. Like you said, I took that leap. I jumped, didn't land anything. Didn't get a
No
call
water
back.
in the pool.
No.
Yeah. I was
couple
like,
bones.
Mom, are you sure they didn't call you? I would call her every day. Like, Mom, did they call yet? She's like, no, they didn't call. Months go past, no call. And now I'm a YouTuber.
Hell
So,
yeah. Would you have regretted it if you hadn't have done it, even knowing that you got rejected?
No, because I think it was an experience, a learning experience for me. Just because now I know what I have to do to actually like land an audition or actually like study lines. I didn't know. I thought it was just like you go in there and you just feel silly, and that's not it at all. So.
That piece
dancing,
alone.
Y'all like my personality?
I'm like, come on, guys, I'm
You
silly.
need this on the show. Come on.
They're like, you know what? We're writing you in.
Yeah, it's like I actually don't know the script at all, but like get a load of this. Get a load of this.
I've been doing the juju on the beat.
That piece alone is super valuable. You just being like, yeah, I know it didn't work out, but God, I would have regretted not trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, learning.
That's all about life.
Now it's on you.
I think for me, I mean, a lot like you, I kind of want to, because I'm in this business now, I never thought I would be in this position. But now that for me, growing up, I wanted to be a professional soccer player. That's all I wanted to do. I played since I was 3, went to college for it actually, and then COVID hit. So it all kind of happened really quick. And then out of nowhere, like growing up, I always loved movies. Like movies were just, my family would always go to the theater. We would always watch movies. And I had like this love for it. And then got to a point where I was like, I never really even had the thought of like, what if I want to be an actor? Because it just felt such like a surreal world to me. It didn't feel like that could ever be a possibility. I never thought I would find myself in a position in Arizona to like how do I even get into a movie, right? And then now I find myself in this situation where I'm like, it almost kind of ties into the work that I'm doing now. I'm in the entertainment business. Like I film TikToks, not the same thing, obviously, but I was like, why not try it? And so I started taking acting classes like as soon as I came out here because not naive. I know that someday TikTok, social media, whatever it may be, it's not going to always, it may be, but like, I don't want to sit here kicking myself and be like, damn, I should have gotten to acting, And so I was like, this may not last forever. So how do I like pivot? And so I started taking acting classes, and for a year and a half now, I've been doing a lot of self-tapes and just like auditions, and man, I haven't got called back for any of them, but it's like that's what acting is. And I talk to a lot of actors that like kind of give me a little bit of advice, and they're like, bro, self-tapes suck. Like they suck filming. It's hard. But all it takes is that one. And so you just got to keep pushing through. He was like, I've talked to a few people that said that they've gotten rejected for years, and all it took was that one, that was their break, and then floodgates kind of opened. Mm-hmm. So for me, I've been rejected a lot of times, but it's not even, I don't even take them as rejection because but that's the thing. I don't really go into like a lot of my self-tapes because I'm used to like not getting called back. I don't really go into them with like the same like hunger as I used to, which is like bad. And I need to go into everyone like being like, I'm going to get this role. But sometimes I do it just to get it over with. And like, that's hard. That's because like you have your agency like sending you, we think this would be a good role for you. You read the script, it's like, I could play this, you know? And then I'm like, comes to the day, they're like, oh, by the way, it needs to be in by tomorrow. And it's like, okay. So I start reading it slightly, have some other things to do. And then all of a sudden, your Zoom is like now. And it's like, oh, you're on with your acting coach. And it's like, I barely even know the script. And so it just, you know, I need to like prepare more for it. And I need to like, I think I can go with anything in life. Is just like go into it with the intent of that like hunger or that like, I think you can honestly say that with like anything like in like a competitive nature with like sports or anything. Go into it like it's your last game you've ever played.
Well, also
like
you have to think about it of like the way I think of like my YouTube videos. This is probably gonna sound so fucking annoying, but I'm always thinking, I'm like, damn, there's 100 people doing this. I have to make sure this is the best video. Or like, there's 100 people doing this trend. I have to make sure it's the best.
What makes you
just always think that there is at least 50 other people they sent this audition to, so you have to go in and trying to kill it. So you always have to have the hunger, no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
definitely
competition.
Competition.
It's not a competition, but like treat it as in like, you know, there's people.
But it is though. 100%.
Like,
acting's
if it's
hard
me and you trying to get the role, don't compete with me. I'm gonna get it. I might have to kill you.
Right.
So
do what you got to do.
That was a lot you said at the beginning about you not being naive, knowing that like social media might not be around forever.
Yeah.
We've seen them come and go.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Vine come and go, and we saw people make a successful transition to YouTube, which is longer form content, a more sustained fan base, and also it's like building a business.
Yeah.
You've got, you know, ad revenue, platform income, and you've got your entire brand. But things like that, acting, that's long term.
That's
you
long
could be
term.
an actor well into your God, until you die.
Yeah.
Forever.
You could imagine being a YouTuber until you're 80.
keeping up with the trends.
Family channels kill. Family's crush.
Yeah, you just start recording your kids opening toys.
Your sister.
Meet my sister for the first time.
Yes, but it's pretty cutthroat. Like this business, like you said, you see people come in and out, and like you've seen some hard outs, and it's like, where did they go? And so I don't know. It's not like a thing where. Because you also do see people that will do anything to stay relevant. And, like, if that even means doing things that aren't the most respected. But at the end of the day, it's got people talking. So, you know, it's like, I think we all kind of had our heads screwed on in a sense where, like, we just want to do cool things to get people talking, opposed to, like, being in drama, you know, and, like, that kind of stuff.
Did you say jiggling your butthole? Is that what you said?
That too.
Is that what you said?
I said, yeah, struggling with my butthole.
I'll get people talking.
That'll work.
If that's what you want, though.
Why is it so black?
No, we need to have a brand meeting about this. Let's get the team involved.
So that's what you want to do. When did you find this love for acting?
I've always had a passion for performance. Since I was young, I did things like speaking competitions, like where you get up on stage and you're like, if I were leader of the free world. And this is like 13-year-old me, you know?
That's crazy.
Talking about like politics and gas prices and, you know, what we should do with the political agenda. And, you know, you put out these speeches and people react to them in a way that makes you feel like, God, if I can inspire people just talking.
Yeah.
Think about what you could do with motivational music and a good shot and a good character, and you're inspiring other people. How many movies did you guys see about people moving out to Los Angeles before you came here? And whether or not they were in your subconscious when you made that move, they were there. And a little bit of that is with you for the rest of your life. You'll be inspired.
Yeah.
And whether you make the move to New York or you become an actor or you pursue your family or you try and find a new sibling, I'll just keep bringing that up. It's an active pursuit of something that you might have been inspired by through a movie. I feel like that is the most effective form of content. It feels the best. I walk away from it crying or laughing, feeling like a different type of person. So performance, that's the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you picture yourself as an actor? Do you picture yourself in comedy films, drama?
I picture myself like, that's a great question because I ask myself that constantly as well. Of like, what do I really want to do? Like, what roles can I see myself playing? And I think right now, the most cliche role for me to kind of like get my start, would be a rom-com, would be some kind of like playing that high school jock type thing. And I love those movies. Like, I don't care. I said it. I love like the Netflix, like Kissing Booth, like To All the Boys. I love it. Like after, like they're entertaining. They're fun to watch. And it's not the most impactful movies, but there are things in those movies where I'm like, damn, I see a kissing, like, I don't just randomly see a kissing booth like in public, but like if I did, I'd be like, reminds me of that movie, Kissing Booth. But like you said, like everything I feel like it's like main character energy.
Yeah.
Like you feel like someone when you're like walking down the street by yourself. You like envision something in your head and like, oh my God, I feel like Emily in Paris or like something like that. Just like it's that was interesting how you said that. But I think literally anything. Like I want to do all kinds of movies. I would love like obviously being a superhero would be a dream. Playing like these action roles would be amazing. I do want to do like romance. Like I think those kind of roles would be so much fun. And like
Musical? La La Land? Something like that?
no, I can't sing. No.
You can voice over it with something else.
Maybe.
Like Zac Efron.
In High School Musical, it was who was in the first one?
I don't know.
How are your dribbling skills?
Dribbling.
Yeah, like basketball.
Oh, good. Yeah. No,
Perfect.
I could definitely would need. Yeah, I need like sports movie too. I love sports, so like that could tie in.
You're
But
giving him ideas. Thank you.
yeah. What about you? What do you see yourself most in? You said were you prepared for that singing? That
Which one?
were you prepared? You said Juilliard could ask for like you to sing a bar or two.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, they might ask you to sing something, but
Were you ready for that?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can you
I
sing?
Nah. No, but I can mumble.
Right.
New York.
Oh, no, 'cause you
A little
can't-
vibrato
come on,
at the
son,
end.
yeah.
Okay, any movie, it'd be like my favorite movie is Good Will Hunting, simply
Right.
because it's just like two young kids who wrote a script and then created a film, and I love those kinds
Such
of
a
origin
good
stories.
movie.
Dude, they couldn't get casted.
Yeah.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and now they're Matt Damon and Ben
Yeah.
Affleck. You know what I mean? So like, I think a movie that simply inspires people to chase a dream. It'd be like something super simple like that. That's
Yeah.
just the premise, and that can be anything. That could be low budget. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
some massive, big budget blockbuster. I mean, a superhero. Come on, that'd be great. He
Requires
shot
some
directly
kind
for
of
the top. He's like, come on.
Yeah. But a Good Will Hunting, that movie is just so like iconic, and it's the whole. I don't even know when I watched it and like how I felt after. I was like, this is just a good movie. Like I didn't even know if it like impacted me in any way. But then I find myself later in life like I don't like that scene of like I love movies about like underground like low key geniuses. Like I think it's so cool. Like Matt Damon when he's in the
Lurking.
bar. Yeah, like when he's in that bar and he's in the scene that guy's trying to hit on the girl and then he comes over and like it's just so funny. Like
Or do you have any thoughts of your own on the matter?
Yeah, exactly.
He
Yeah,
throws
yeah.
the number up. Yeah, those things are great. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Limitless, Bradley Cooper. He just runs around with blue eyes. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, he's like a stock market genius.
yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. We like
So many
seeing
go-
people get smart.
I love like gambling. Like the 21. Have you seen that?
21?
It's on Netflix. Or Blackjack 21. Like he's like this low key genius, and then he like his school has like this blackjack team that's like low key illegal, but it's really, you got to watch it. It's
Yeah,
called 21.
okay, I will.
You got to watch it. It's great though.
Keep that in.
Was that the throw? No, okay, but we'll be right back. We're gonna go on a quick ad break. Then when we come back, we'll take some callers and see who people are beefing with.
Noah, give me your phone.
No, wait, why?
Because it's time to download the Cerebral app. Cerebral is an online mental health service that offers prescription medication for counseling and therapy for anxiety, depression, ADHD, insomnia, and more.
Well, how does the app help? Isn't therapy usually like in person?
Well, no, I'm glad you asked because with the Cerebral mobile app, it's like having your personal care team wherever you are. You can message your care team and access self-care resources wherever you are. You can connect with your counselor and therapist on your own, scheduled through your laptop or the Cerebral mobile app. And for listeners of this program, you can receive 65% off your first month of medication management and care counseling at cerebral.com/sock.
You heard him, guys. So go to cerebral.com/sock for 65% off your first month. That's just a total of $30 to get started. Join Cerebral today on their mission to make quality mental health care accessible and affordable for all. You seem pretty self-aware. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. So I think, what would you say is like the appeal to you and your videos? Like, why do you think your videos gets millions of views of you just talking in your New York apartment? Like, why? Like, how do you try to make those
How do
videos
you
special?
answer that
Oh my,
question?
that's a good question. I have no idea.
Yeah. Like, what do you think the appeal is? Like, do you think the relatability of it? Do you think the just joy it brings people? 'Cause I watch your videos and I smile. I'm like, this kid's just quirky. It's just fun. Like, it's just.
Thank you, man. I
Of
appreciate
course,
that
yeah.
a lot. Yeah, I don't think I do anything that special. I'm not that special. You know, I just make videos in my apartment and I happen to film my life. I think, you know, some of it's like the shock factor at first of having a super small space that you live in.
Right.
I mean, this shit's 100 square feet, you know? But it fit my budget when I got there.
Yeah.
And I also think people love a story. I'm actively showing what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm showing, you know, where I buy my food, how I sleep, me going to Los Angeles, and the thing that I'm pursuing.
Yeah.
And having that end goal, I think it offers a story that people like to see.
Mm-hmm.
So as far, I don't think I'm bringing that much different. I am just talking. I'm honored that people watched it all. I'm sure you guys have felt that. You're like, damn, why the fuck, why are
think
people
we all-
listening to me,
100%,
dude?
100%.
I for sure think we all have that same question of like, why are you
What's
guys,
the appeal?
Yeah, why are you guys watching us? But then again, I agree with you. I think for sure your storyline and just like how you kind of keep us up to date, it's just like it's so entertaining to watch to see you grow as a person.
Yeah. It's like you're
I think-
FaceTiming, like, yo,
Yeah.
Axel, what'd you do today? And then you just go on, and it's just there it is,
You
your
just
video.
don't
And it's
stop.
just
You,
like,
you just keep going.
Okay, that's what I'll think
Yeah.
about that
It's like,
next time I make a
stop.
TikTok. Just make a FaceTime.
yeah, just act like it's
Podcast
FaceTime. How you
crew.
guys? They don't respond. Cool. And you just keep going.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think those type of things, like the interacting with stuff. So Larry here is big into like zodiac signs. Do you know anything about him?
Almost nothing.
Did you
Okay,
just
we're
write
on the
that
same
down
page.
right now? You silly fucker.
You did.
What is it? I need to stop asking about it.
I set it up. Go.
I know. What is your zodiac sign, if you don't mind me asking? Are you a Taurus?
Okay, zodiac sign has to do with birthday. I know that.
Yes.
Okay, if I tell you my birthday, will you tell me what it
Sure,
is?
Go for it.
It's in August.
Oh, so you literally know nothing about it. You don't even know your sign.
No,
August.
August. That's
13th.
a Leo, no?
August 13th.
If it's a Leo, I'm leaving.
Oh,
No offense, but I'm totally leaving. If
drum
Wait, you're
roll.
August 13th? Dixie's August 12th.
You're a Leo.
He's
Oh,
a Leo.
God.
Dixie's August 12th.
That means
Wow.
you love yourself.
Oh, that's
good.
Can't stop talking about yourself.
I do.
Entirely false.
No, that's actually dope. I see Leo now. Oh my god, you're
Oh.
so outgoing and just like you can kind of like hold a conversation with anybody. And you're not like shy.
Thank you.
You're very
That's-
welcome.
It's all
A Leo
facade.
man and Leo.
It's all facade.
women
I'm gonna go
different.
home and
Very
be
different.
exhausted.
Bremen Rock is a Leo man. Well,
Alright.
duh.
What are you?
I'm a Cancer,
okay.
so you have no idea. What
That means nothing to you, huh?
No, when he
It's like-
says I'm a Cancer, I'm like, dude, no, you're not. You're a really good creator. People love you, man.
Oh, that's dope that you're a Leo. It explains a lot for sure.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Leos. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass so I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. But I promise you, only thing I know is that you're super confident outside, but inside there's something in there crying.
It's not everyone.
Let me have my moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is whole
Let me have my
astrology
moment.
thing
I don't know
throws me
shit
off.
about zodiac signs. I just honestly pretend.
It's just relatable, you know.
Yeah,
what about
that's
that? Love to
that's
hear
what the
about
kids
it.
are talking about.
What's his?
Taurus.
Taurus.
Taurus. And what's that mean?
So bad. No, Taurus men are the best. He's
well-
honestly one of the greatest human beings alive. Not kidding. I swear. Well, duh.
But
very nice.
just right off the top of my head, I know that I'm a Taurus. Charlie is a Taurus, and like Lil Huddy are all Taurus. Very. I'm just going off of who I know are Tauruses, and they're very. I think we're all very different, so that just kind of goes to show.
Because they're not different at all.
Me and Lil Huddy aren't
Same
different.
people with different fonts.
Very different fonts.
Very different fonts. One's like italic bold, the other one's like cursives.
Cursive?
Cursive.
It's a big one.
I love English.
Works.
Axel,
Yes.
are you a model? Looking at this, I'm seeing first word. Are you a model? Yes or no?
Because
I've seen some pics.
wow.
You've been doing some crazy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw that. He did like a post. He was like, "This one, it's crazy."
I do have a modeling agency that I work with, and like we take a bunch of pictures. I don't know if I can't call myself a model. I'm not qualified. I haven't gone to model camp. I don't know walks and stuff like that.
Could
I
you
really
walk though?
Could I walk?
I feel like you
a catwalk?
Are you gonna show us?
Like something like this.
Such a Leo.
shot.
Oh my God, such a
Wide
Leo.
shot.
I knew you were a fucking Leo.
You ever seen them like with their shoulders?
Yeah.
So I could try something like that, but in all honesty, it's all super new to me. So I do feel like a bit of a fraud when I walk
so
in there.
refreshing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like they expect me to be someone,
Yeah.
and so I walk in there, be professional, and I just listen to everyone and what they have to say, and I'm like, let me absorb everything that you have to tell me.
So next time
And
I'll
I'll try
come
and do my
in.
very
Next time
best.
I'll come in, I'll know what I'm
Each
doing.
time I've been like
Yeah.
a little bit better. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I know that you do wardrobe, and I
Yeah.
know I'm not supposed to like wear these. I'm not supposed to crease these shoes.
Yeah.
'Cause one time I was like running around, and they were like, okay, these shoes are $1,200.
Settle down.
So why don't you just stop running? And I'm like,
Let's
but they're
take
so
those off.
fun. Yeah. Like I went
Let's take
outside.
those off.
I went outside once, and they had like this nice outfit on me,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this guy walking behind me, like protecting me from things. He's like, don't touch anything. And you walk outside in New York, you just want to like,
Yeah.
not people,
No.
but the light
rats.
post, or
Yeah.
the rats if you can catch one. So I try my best to just
Have
be
you caught a rat?
professional.
I feel like you have.
I haven't even chased a rat. Why would I try?
I don't know. You're silly. You are silly.
Silly
for-
goofy mood.
I
I'm
know
just
you
gonna
caught
catch
a
rat.
squirrel, huh? You caught a squirrel.
I did not. I filmed them. I filmed pigeons.
Why?
Like, all serious? I don't do any of that. I film pigeons. Like, that's what I do.
That's it. Just film
That's
them.
nice.
Yeah. New York is a beautiful place filled with beautiful things. You can walk down any block and be surprised by a person or a place or a rat eating another rat or just a mound of trash that's been there for so long it's grown into
Beautiful.
its own ecosystem.
So beautiful.
You know what I mean? It really is a wonderful place. It's,
It's like a loading screen. Like,
Yes. a GTA loading lobby.
A hodgepodge of things. Just throw it in there. See how it does.
You see those TikToks of like the guy who dresses up in the rat
So
mask
funny.
just running around. Dude, it snowed. The first time it snowed in New York City, they had a massive snowball fight in Washington Square Park. I'm talking about
so
like
fun.
thousands of kids just loading up on snowballs and pelting each
You
other.
know how fun that would be? Just wear a
wailing on
mask, no one
kids?
knows it's you? Okay.
Yes. Dude, go in there, dude. People were packed. People had like snowball makers. They were crunching them up and stuff.
Us.
It got aggressive.
Larry putting like barbed wire on his.
Loading up.
Probably would.
He
too.
fills it with a rock.
And I probably would.
Like, I have
My
no idea why it's
favorite
so happened.
place in New York, like opposed from like Central Park. Like it's just like a beautiful place. Like I'm partially joking, partially not when I'm saying this, but like I think Times Square is like the most entertaining place to just walk around. Like you can like walk to the end of Times Square and then come back and you'll see 100 different things every time. Like
Amen to that.
you can literally just pace and just every time just seeing something
I don't know
new.
why New Yorkers have this thing for being like Times Square is just not the place to be. It absolutely
It's
is.
fun.
Have you seen the place at night?
It's so
It's
fun.
There's
so
a guy in a Spider-Man suit doing backflips. There's like 1,000 tourists and none of them speak the language, but they want you to take a picture. You're like, absolutely.
Yeah,
Of
another guy
course.
trying to like pickpocket you. It's like, stop, come on,
Come
stop,
on, get out of there.
get out of there, man.
Yes.
But it's so fun because it's also like, you like lose track of time when you're in there because it could literally be 3 a.m. and it's like pitch black, and then all those billboards just light it up, and
You were speaking
Never
my
sleeps.
language. Last week, I was up at 2 a.m. and I just decided to go for a run. I ran to Times Square and back. There's no one there. It's just the guy cooking corn dogs. That's it.
The
And he's not
best.
going to say anything. He might nod at you,
yeah.
but he's half asleep, dude. He's watching like some documentary on his iPhone. Yes, Times Square, beautiful. All right, have you been to New York?
Been once.
And your favorite place
Really?
is?
And it was the best experience of my life, but I didn't get to experience like much because I was scared to go out of my hotel.
Why were you scared?
Because the people scared me, they're like, you're gonna get robbed. I was like,
Guys, there's like one serial killer, and he only attacks at night. You're fine. In the
the best time to go out is at nighttime.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit afraid to go to the train stations and all that. So I kind of like scared myself out of a good time. I went to Times Square though; it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Just exactly what I suspected too.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Interesting word to choose.
It was beautiful.
It's fun. It's different.
No, looking up and not looking down. It's beautiful.
Right. Okay. That's
Like
fair.
looking up there and you're seeing all like the little. It felt like you were in a movie.
It does.
And then you look down and you're like,
there's the movie reference once
Yeah.
again.
but my favorite part was there's these group of guys that dance. They put like cones in a square.
The Jabberwockies.
I love them.
And they're dancing, they hype up the crowd, and they're like, come closer, take one step.
I love them. They're so.
You don't want to get too close because you don't want to be the one that they pull in.
Oh my God.
Because it's like,
Because then you're there for a while.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
humiliating. It's like I can't.
They want to like do a flip over you. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you? And then your legs gotta be tired.
I'm tired. I want to go
love
to
the
bed.
Jabberwockies.
Okay, so leading into our callers, we do have this hotline and they're pre-recorded. But today's prompt is, who are you beefing with? So anyone can call in and say who they're beefing with and tell us why. Are you beefing with anyone? Like, do you have any beef with anyone?
Unfortunately, I don't have any beef with anyone.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, beef is good. I like a little bit of riff, you know? It makes at the very least, it makes for good content. But no, I haven't had anyone ask me to like fight them or anything like that. I thought for sure.
What if someone were to?
Nothing.
Okay, for example, this isn't shade to anyone because I lived with him, and he would. This isn't out of character for him. What if Bryce Hall made a TikTok saying, "I want to fight Axel Webber"? What happens then?
Is he a good fighter?
No.
I didn't want to. He did do a public boxing match. He's a good fighter. I've seen him fight other people, but he lost.
Okay.
But pretty aggressive kid. But also very, very nice and sweet at times. But he's kind of crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice and sweet and also crazy.
Yeah.
All right, you've seen my stature. How would I put up to him?
You guys are
I'm like
the
five-
same.
I'm like
you guys are
5'5".
the same height. Absolutely. Same
Are you
height.
lying? He's like 6'5" in real life.
No.
He's like 5.
He's got the reach of literally.
This is so funny because Bryce, like, I don't want to say the wrong answer because Bryce literally is like, because we used to make fun of him and be like, bro, you're literally 5'6", and then he would like get so mad because Bryce is genuinely probably like 5'9". I'll give him that.
I'm 5'9". He's 5'6".
Okay.
I'll let you take that one.
Bryce, I'm sorry, but you're a short king. We love you. Though. Jesus.
But what
But
if
it's
someone
okay.
would press you and be like, I just want to fight you. Like, I don't know why. I
you
just
don't
want
need
to
to
fight
feed
you.
into that, Axel. You have.
I want to see I want to see what he would do though. Like, would you feed into it or would you be like, just
don't think he
not
would.
even give it attention?
I've always wanted to have a real fight. I mean, I feel like it could be fun. Yes, you know, like something like that for sure. I mean, I've had like scraps, you know, in middle school.
Right.
Yeah, I fought this one kid, John Baker. He was much bigger than me.
That's a
And he
movie.
actually
at-nating
John
him.
Baker.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know where he is now, but he absolutely beat my ass.
Really?
So it doesn't matter where he is. He won. he won for all time. But after that, I never really got into an altercation. I was like, maybe I'll just stick to my guns, you
Yeah.
know, or at least fight someone who's my same eyesight.
Right.
So, I'd say
That would help.
that'd be fun.
I could so see you angry too. Like you're. Oh my god.
It could happen. Maybe. I'd have to beef up and do some push-ups, start hitting the bag. See what I could do. Maybe. I don't know.
Watch after people watch this. Watch so many people start reaching out. I want to fight you.
Oh,
I'm
have
going
you
to put you
guys-
in that situation.
You guys haven't fought anyone, have you? Have you?
No, not since I moved out here. No.
Not since I moved. Oh, but before.
I had like some middle school altercations, stuff like that, and like my friends and I would have like Friday fight night, and like literally just with like friends, like we just put on like boxing gloves and like these head things, and we just go at it just for fun, just literally all fun and games. And
Crazy.
it was fun. It was
Yeah.
like my football friends, so like they needed to get it out somehow, but crazy. And like some of them were wrestlers, and if I would start winning, they would just take me out. And it's like, come on, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So.
Totally understand.
Yeah, no. Luckily, you say unfortunately, but I'm not. I don't know if I want to get into a fight. So like, I don't really. Yeah, like fortunately, I haven't gotten any beef with anyone since I come out here. I like to be pretty friendly with everyone. I think. I mean, there are some people in just the social media world that are just looking for fights.
I mean, I've been told I have a punchable face. So that could. I
don't know what I would
I
do.
saw some comments like that.
I don't know how to take that. I mean, if you get told you got a punchable face, how do you take that? You take that as a compliment?
I say try it.
Wow, never thought of that.
No.
Let's see if you can reach it.
Would you say that over online? Like, would you type that? Try it.
It wouldn't hit as well without your voice.
I mean, if it was in person, I'd be like, try it.
He's like, you know what? Actually,
Punch you like a
tease me with
press
a good time.
charge.
You tease me with a good time. Oh my god.
He's like, you'd be doing me a favor.
Yeah.
I need a nails job anyway.
My mom hits harder. Anyways, let's see what these callers. Let's see who they're beefing with.
Okay. I have beef with you, Larray, because how are you gonna release one diss track and then be done? Babes, I'm gonna need another diss track. I'm gonna need another diss track. But until then, I got beef with you, Larray. Bye your life. Good night.
Oh, she ate you up.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh, she ate you up.
She ate me alive. Yeah. Bye my life. Good night.
Are you? I mean, realistically, you could have a canceled part 2, and it could be all new jokes, all new roasts.
That's okay. We have other stuff that's planned. I don't think I need to make another diss track
Oh.
to drop another song, Noah.
Oh, so there's
But-
more music coming.
Yeah.
She wants a diss track though.
How about you write one? I'll write it for you, and then you could just.
Can I ghostwrite it?
I'll live vicariously through you.
Can I ghostwrite it? Because I do have some things
Show
to
the
say.
voice. Show your rapping voice.
No.
Show your rapping voice.
He's got a
It's
rapping
dropping soon.
voice.
It's dropping soon.
He has a rapping voice.
No, I don't have a
It's his
rapping
alter
voice.
ego.
Come on.
It is my alter
It's
ego.
Knower.
Nar. Okay, next caller.
But that was hilarious.
Got beef with you.
Bye your life. Good night.
Okay. So I remember you guys had an argument about who's the more punctual one time, and let me just settle this right here, right now. It's Noah, because I'm in his
We knew
Patreon.
this.
There's 18 people waiting for Larry to go live, and he's 11 minutes late.
What the fuck
He's
is
11
this?
minutes late to his own live stream. So if that doesn't say
She's
something
still going.
about Larry's punctuality, then I don't know what does.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I
Stop.
couldn't have said it better myself.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't know how to press. I went live and it glitched. I was trying my. Why are you putting only ones that I'm getting attacked for? What the fuck?
I
is
can't tell if
this?
these are your fans or my fans coming at you.
I can tell. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love that.
I'm sorry for going live late, guys.
I am sorry too.
My dog was dying.
11 minutes?
Got
That's
it.
how long it took for your dog to die?
Axel.
That's a long death.
Axel. Y'all are canceled after this. Just know that. Can't wait for my next.
Poor
Chasing
thing was
video.
suffering.
Exposing Axel Webber.
Oh my gosh. A 2-part documentary.
Okay, so like I'm definitely beefing with Larray's mom because she got the privilege of squeezing Larray out, which I personally think is a hate crime. So yeah,
I agree with this one.
Dude, your fans are funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he's got beef with your mom for squeezing you out.
I
It's a hate
agree.
crime.
You could have kept me in a little bit longer. Oh
That's
my gosh.
awesome.
Jesus. What's up with these? Like, you don't have any, like, of knowers?
He's
Where's
laughing.
the Baxters at? Because
He's
my fans are
laughing.
all mentally unstable.
The Baxters are gonna be like, I have a problem with Larry. I think he's bad for Noah's mental health. Imagine they all think they come for you too.
Damn. No joke.
No
I love this
joke.
podcast.
They give it to you
I think
straight.
it's awesome.
This is probably your
To the next
favorite
one.
episode. This is your
This does seem like therapy for you guys. This
It's
is
fun.
good.
It's fun. It's just
It
talking.
is.
Just chatting.
just a little kicking it back.
I was beefing with my cousin because
here we go.
she basically stole my man. They were best friends before me and my boyfriend started dating, and I met him through her.
Mm.
And like at a family function, someone told me that they've been fucking this whole time, and I beated her ass on site, and then I broke up with my boyfriend.
Valid.
Oh my god. Let's break this one down.
I
Like, this is
expect
so
nothing less.
interesting.
It's
Okay.
not that interesting. She did what she needed to be done.
Why are you going after someone? Your cousins? Your cousin's significant other?
She was the.
Okay, so
Her cousin
we
stole
have
her.
Yeah.
So here's what we have. We have 2 cousins that are female. They were dating a man. They were or one was best friends with the man,
Mhm.
and then the other cousin started dating because this cousin that was friends introduced her to him. Damn. So we got a little. It's like a love triangle, but it's not because they were just friends. But apparently they were fucking.
Sounds familiar.
So whose ass did she beat by the end? Wasn't her cousin, was it?
Yeah, no, it was a cousin.
Oh, she beat up her cousin.
Yeah, the cousin who
Family Thanksgiving, they're just like sitting across the table from each other like,
just eating her. She takes the leg out of the turkey and just starts whittling it with her teeth, making it all sharp. That's
my
interesting.
God. Y'all are literally the same person. It's so silly. Next caller.
There was this one time
Mm.
that I cleaned my cat's litter box, and and my sister pissed me off, so I decided to grab her pillow and underneath it place all the droppings, the pee, all the shit under for that came from my cat under her pillow, and she never found out. Later on, I think she got pink eye, and she just kind of never found. Well, she found out, but
You would do
they never knew it was me.
Oh my god, this is crazy. Under the pillow? Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Not
Pink
all the
eye?
droppings.
Pink eye? Holy cow.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Just seeing No go.
Yeah, that. So apparently she had beef with her sister.
She did.
I wonder what the sister did.
I would probably do something.
She just
like
said she was
that,
pissed at her, no?
though. She was, but
What's a crime bad enough to give your sibling pink eye?
I feel like it would have to like snitching on you to your parent. That would have to be for sure. Like, let's say she's a vapor and her sibling told her mom
not a
that she has a
vapor.
vape.
She's a vapor.
Yeah, she's like hitting nicotine. She like exposed her. I think that deserves.
That deserves some
What about
droppings.
faking being your sister? Would that, like, what if you found out that, would you give her pink eye?
Now I give her a lawsuit.
Oh.
Would you do something as fucking evil as that to your sibling? I feel like you would.
Oh, just from our,
Yeah,
Previous-
just by seeing
because my sisters came on before.
and it was
We did a little episode with them.
interesting.
It's fun. It's a good dynamic. But in terms of giving them pink eye, it's different if I were to like purposely pin my sister down and probably fart on her. But like opposed to like sneaking cat litter in.
What?
Have you seen Benchwarmers?
No, but yes, I have.
You
I
have?
love bench warmers, but
Are we skipping past the pinning down and
Yeah,
farting in her face?
Well, I'm getting there. The beef stew. Have you never seen?
oh, I've seen the beef
Oh.
stew. But why would you do that to your sister?
Because funny.
You're
Yeah, let out some gases here and there.
oh, it's
Don't we
Here?
all?
In the podcast room?
mm-hmm.
Oh, is that right?
Mhm.
What, can you remind me what episode that was? When I just let one rip?
This one.
You've done it this one?
Oh, I've actually been ripping this whole time.
Damn.
He's not lying.
Sneaky. Right. Okay. So those were the callers.
Axel, do you hate me?
No.
Okay.
That was too fast for it to be
that
real,
was-
wasn't it?
You didn't process it.
Sorry, man.
No, do you hate me?
I have to think about this one
Wow,
a little bit
that's
longer
off,
than
huh?
Axel did.
So, Axel, I have a question for you.
Take your time. He'll be back in 3 to 5 business days.
It's elevator.
I'm his
music.
lawyer.
Get back.
What were you gonna ask?
What's the tea about your family?
Just reading the question. God, that was such a spontaneous question you just asked me. I'm super
No,
happy
honestly,
to
I
answer.
just didn't want to listen to another caller.
Okay. What kind of tea? What
No,
are you
honestly, I
referencing?
don't know. I was just trying to change.
Cool.
What do your parents do?
Great. My parents. My father worked for a beer company most of his life,
Okay.
so he had like free beer all the time. And then my mother right now, she works for a healthcare company. Both of them now. Now my dad, he works with his friend at like a warehouse, and he's got plenty of time on his hands to like cook. And
Yeah.
my mom works from home, so like he'll bring her up snacks in the middle of the day.
Wait, that's
He'll
cute.
be like, "Hey, sweetie."
I want to meet your mom.
man
She's
cave.
the cutest ever.
She is wonderful. My father is too. You ever see people okay. When I was younger, a lot of my friends, their parents got divorced like when they were young. You know what I mean? So as I grew up, I realized how valuable it was to have parents that were still together. And they're still together like 30 years from now. Like they're the type of people who dance in the kitchen when no one's watching. They'll, kiss each other. He'll give her a little slap on the butt when he's walking by. He's like, "Hey, honey." I feel like the key to having that sort of love that sustains over decades is to just never stop dating.
Yeah.
Is to just like the person that you're with. I mean, if you enjoy spending time on the porch or gardening, or if you can do the mundane tasks in life, like drive a car
Yeah.
and just be happy with the person you're sitting next with,
Yeah.
that's love, man. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I haven't seen it in my own life. I mean, how has it been for you guys?
That's rare these
trying
days,
to find it. Maybe it is. Maybe not.
So
Maybe I'm
rare.
looking in the wrong places. Have you guys seen that?
You're
in
not.
Your own
I
life?
think it's just our generation kind of sucks at love right now.
Do your parents date? Like, as in, like, obviously they still like each other, right? Like, they not only love, but they like each other, like being around you. But do they go on like dates?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
To
They'll
spice it,
they'll
yeah.
drive a little bit north, or they'll go on a boat or go on walks. I mean, they like being around each other.
Yeah, like best friends.
Why'd
That's
you
so cool.
Why'd you say that? about our
You got him
generation.
paranoid.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I did. I am all of a sudden because that could be a problem.
It's for sure a thing.
It's for
Like
sure a problem,
love
yeah.
isn't like how it used to be back when my parents were growing up. The toxic love life is so romanticized nowadays. Everyone just wants to be like, "Oh, I'm a toxic girl."
Well,
Like,
there's so many things
there's just-
affecting like the way people love nowadays. Like there's
also-
so many like going from like degrading songs to
Yeah.
like romanticizing things that shouldn't be romanticized.
And also
not
t-
romanticizing like
I think growing up, our parents growing up, they didn't have like TikTok, Bumble, and Tinder, so it's
couldn't
so,
compare.
Yeah, and you don't
Oh
have to
my
meet people in real life anymore to find love. It's more so like, oh, you're a cutie on TikTok on my FY page, follow. But like that doesn't last.
One DM away, I'll fly you
Oh
out.
my god, that just like something to flood. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
think about back in the day. You walk into a bar, you hit it off with someone. Wow, what are
Exactly.
the odds we ever meet each other in real life?
And then you have to
Slim.
worry about like
So
TikTok.
it feels that much more special
Yeah,
when you're
it's like
swiping.
destiny, you know. Whereas like now you could literally
Just finding anybody.
yeah,
And it's not.
there's
like,
almost no
genuine.
effort anymore.
Yeah.
because it's literally
You're a DM away.
a DM away, and like it's this constant culture of comparison on social media where it's like you see a couple on social media, you see a relationship on social media, you see everything that they're putting out, and it's like, man, like I'm looking for this kind of love, but it's like at the end of the day, they're putting out exactly what they want you to see, and so it's like maybe they're not so happy, you know. And there's always that question of like, what you see on social media, is it fake, is it real? And so that's the whole thing of like,
Is that the person I'm going on a date with? You know, that
Exactly.
smiley happy person they got in their pictures.
yeah,
I don't know.
You would never know.
Oh
That's-
my gosh. Yeah, I'd assume like if I started dating someone, I'd be like, you could log on to Tinder tomorrow and you will find a handsome Wall Street banker type who's got money, good looks, good family, maybe even has a boat. Is just laying on the Hudson. He's like, want to come over? Like you'll
Wanna go
always
over
be
tonight?
you'll always be able to do better unless you're able to look at the person across from you and the tiny things that make them who they are, the little idiosyncrasies, their
Yeah.
mannerisms, their ticks.
Exactly.
You fall in love with that. That's the thing we're talking about. We're talking about love, and it seems like come on, it's love. Whatever.
Yeah.
We're young, but love is the same thing that leads to anger, which leads to happiness. It all correlates in emotion. That's you being an actor.
yeah.
That's the same thing you're gonna have to use.
Mhm.
Also, we've talked about like what we want to do in the future. What's that future look like for Larray?
Oh, did we not talk about that? For me?
No, I don't think
Talked about
so.
you finding your sister, but
We talked about that a lot.
talked about that, and like how you don't want
Um,
to always just be a YouTuber. What's your pivot? What's your branch off?
Oh, I like that
It's
quite. What's
finding
your
my
pivot?
sister. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really, really, really good at making music. As a lot of people like the music that I make, even though if it's like trolley music. So I kind of think making an album wouldn't be bad. And I'm very, very creative when it comes to like music videos too. Just in all my videos, I put in so much work and effort into like every
Very
little detail. So like I feel like I can create something cool and see how that works. I don't take life too seriously, and I kind of want to make that like my kind of like
Brand.
yeah, just like you're
You
watching
are,
it
you
just
are
to
one
have
of the most
fun.
laid back people I've ever met, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah.
Kind of. That's what my friends say. They say I don't care about much, but I care about things that actually matter. But when it comes to like drama or like opinions about me that don't really have to do anything to help my life grow or help me grow as a person, then I don't really care. That's why I don't think I fell into depression yet. So we're doing good.
That's the key. Is just
Yeah,
to care
just-
about the things that matter.
Just care about the things that matter. So I
Yeah,
care about the things that
control
don't
the things
matter.
that you can control. Don't waste your time on.
But it's harder said
worrying
than
about
done,
things you can't
or
control.
Yeah.
easier said than done. Because
Definitely.
I try to tell my friends that struggle with depression. I'm like, hey, stop caring. But they're like, can't do that. So I've gotten way better at explaining to people and trying to help people throughout
Fuck
that.
off.
Yeah. But it's getting to the point where I'm starting to understand that, because growing up in, where I'm from, my parents never believed in, mental illness, or it was just more so like, oh, you're sad, go outside. So like,
Touch
That
some
was their
grass.
response to you being
well,
sad?
yeah, because I grew up in the ghetto,
fucking
so they were worried
Touch
about
some
getting
grass.
shot, not worried about depression. But then how living with people who struggle with depression, and like having friends that actually go through like eating disorders and mental illness is like, wow, like shit's real, and like I feel like we need to be there for our friends more than ever, because right now, girl.
Well, I mean, I think that
people only care
comes
about themselves.
like you said, like your parents. Not only is it where it's also just like a generational thing. Like I feel like not. I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure that there's a stat somewhere that goes to show that our parents probably didn't have as many cases in their generation.
Well, for sure.
Of just because strictly of social media. Like, as great as social media is, and as literally it's made our careers, it kind of sucks. Like, in a sense,
Shit.
like it really does. Like, you have to think about like
How weird
people
is that to be
comparing.
like, this thing's amazing. It's made me who I am.
It's
and
my
also, like,
job, but I hate it, and it's literally so bad for
You
some people's
actually
mental
hate it?
health. No, I don't hate it. Like, I hate things about it. I hate the things that it can do to people because I don't know, like, just like kind of the anger that
Yeah.
it can bring some people. They're like there's always, because anyone can say anything behind a keyboard. Anyone can say anything behind a phone and just be so negative.
Yeah.
And like, it almost like there's almost an incentive to be the meanest person in the comments because those comments seem to get the most likes. And like the most likes usually goes to the top of the comments, and then that person gets more followers because they're like, huh, that was funny. Like, it was so mean. It was just funny. And it's like, that's what we're promoting. And so that's where social media can kind of take a turn. You know, it's great for keeping up with your friends, keeping up with news and all that stuff, and kind of like having fun with it. And then it gets to that dark side of it where it's just like
a mob
so
mentality.
cruel. You
You do
know,
it
it's
quick.
so cruel. And it's very, the comparison part is just huge because I know for me that it's like a huge thing of like, I mean, I have like my hometown friends that'll call me like that I keep up with, and they'll be like I'll literally go and like play Fortnite with them at night, and they'll just be like, "Bro, your life's crazy, huh? Like, you're literally living like in the movies." And I'm like, "No, like I went to Paris and that was dope. Don't get me wrong, but like I come back and it's the same thing. I do all these cool things, but sometimes you still feel lonely because like you never know really who you can trust, and especially in this business because." Just crazy. You know?
You're making me choke up. That's
Kinda
so true,
you know,
man.
it's like
yeah.
eye-opening. It's like, yeah, I mean,
I've felt that exact same way. I mean, it all happened so very fast. People think that like my world's drastically different, and it still very much is, you know, me in my apartment. You know, FaceTiming my mom on weeknights, like,
yeah.
I can't wait to see you. You know, like I get to go out and do all these crazy things. I get to come to Los Angeles and I get to meet with these people, but I'll be back and it'll be me in my room,
Right.
and I'll be like looking for something to latch on to, someone to talk to. It's still so much value in this right here, and
Right.
me being able to look in your eyes and talk about anything. Your lost sister or your garlic breath, or the fact that this podcast is so sick and you guys are doing something that you're passionate about.
You are dead to me, sir.
Come on, that's the most valuable thing we have is this space right here. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen like the Before Sunrise, Before Midnight series with Ethan Hawke. It's like just dialogue. Yeah, it's great dialogue. But they say that God exists in the space right here, like in the space where you're looking at each other, and that's it. Like that's where you have your most meaningful moments.
Yeah. 100% agree.
I see it.
Well,
Wrap it
with
up,
that
Sam.
being said, is there any last words that you want to end this on?
Any last words?
Any last words?
We'll never talk to your
I'm not holding you at
actually.
gunpoint. I'm not. This isn't like-
if I don't see you in the near future, you guys should know that this meeting you is a lot of fun, and also seeing what you
you.
guys do it's inspiring because
Thank
it's
you so
not.
much.
It's like yes, you have a team, but you guys are choosing to do this path. You could
Yeah.
stop at any moment. You could
I
move
could say,
back.
yeah, you
You
can
could
say
move
no.
back to your hometowns. You could do any job you want. You could sell insurance or mow lawns, and I'm sure you could lead a happy life. But you're choosing to be here creating content because you feel like it has an impact.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm inspired by
you.
that, and I appreciate you having me on.
Axel, you fucking
Well said.
sweetheart. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Very
I'm
well
excited
spoken.
to see where you go, honestly. I can't wait to see you, like, flinging some web or some shit on your I see it.
That'd be amazing. Well, if you want to plug your socials, I'm pretty sure everyone knows where to find you.
Yeah.
Axel Webber. I'm
Axel
assuming.
Webber.
Axel Webber.
Axel. So you can sing.
Wait, stop.
Okay, I sang like halfway through. Please end it at least with a little couple of notes. Come on.
Axel
Thank you very much. Guys, this has been Put a Sock in It with Noah Beck and Larray, and also Axel.
Thank
Make
you
sure
so
you
much.
guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment anything. Literally anything.
comment the word anything.
Comment. And there would be some people that did that. Make sure you subscribe, follow at Put a Sock in It Pod, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace.